Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be taking a look at a AI project, one that we've covered multiple times on the channel. We're going to review its performance, since we started talking about it on the channel, kind of give you guys my opinion on where it could potentially be going, kind of take a look at the overall market, updates from this project, and why I stand the way I do on it. And as always, guys, if you guys get value out of today's video and the content you see here on the channel, if you could, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything. So if we take a look here at the overall market, again, we can take a look and see that Bitcoin obviously is kind of trading sideways over the last couple of days, ever since it's kind of been trading around that 100K mark. And we are seeing a lot of altcoins, here over the last couple of days here, kind of just trading sideways, if not dipping on a lot of quality alts. And we take a look at it. Obviously, we know that AI as a sector, as a narrative, is going to be one of the leading narratives this cycle. And we take a look at where AI has performed. From the 1 year, this thing is up huge as an overall sector, not just one individual project. So it goes to show that, again, it has proven strength time and time again as far as AI coins go. And I do think that AI is going to continue performing well. And again, following the overall market, we're seeing that AI coins, as a whole, is also on a dip. I mean, this thing was just at 70 billion as, overall market cap, and it has dropped to 55 billion. Now, that's pretty huge, especially when you spread it across the whole narrative, the whole AI sector. Now, obviously, we can go in here and see tons of projects are down over the 7-day, over the 24 hours. We're just now seeing some projects, again, show some strength here. But before we go into the altcoin, again, this project is on Solana. As a quick recap, why we're bullish on Solana coins in the Solana ecosystem this cycle, we can take a look. Well, Solana has gone ahead and performed insanely well, over the course of the cycle throughout the bear market. So there's no surprise there. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but again, we're seeing Solana still holding up quite well over the recent dips also. So either way, I think Solana is going to continue to be one of the leading blockchains and ecosystems to be paying attention to and have your eyes on as far as new quality altcoins go, new projects launching on and building on. Now, all that said, the project we're going to be talking about is, yes, TARS AI. Now, this is one that we've been talking about on the channel, for several months, pretty much back, I think, until May or early June. You can find the videos on the channel. We've been, and I was very open about it, with you guys. I try not to hide a whole lot, as far as there is the picks in the Patreon. But again, I try to give you guys plenty of, free alpha here. And I'm pretty sure that Patreon wasn't around by the time we were DCAing TARS here, but I mean, we've been buying TARS around 10 cents. We've been trying to accumulate under 10 cents for the longest time. And that's what we were doing. So, I mean, we're up obviously about a 4x right now. Yes, we saw some dilution over the summertime, and then there was some tokenomics changed. But, I mean, still, all summer, and I was telling you guys every time we mentioned TARS, you had all summer to accumulate TARS AI at around 10 cents, if not under 10 cents. So again, when we look back on it, we saw TARS kind of trade sideways, go up, then come down, then go up, then come down. And it wasn't until very recently, at the end of November, where it broke out and went parabolic, where it went from about that 10 to 15 cent range that has been locked in for months now. And then it just skyrocketed to about 40 cents. And that's where we're at right now still. Now, do I think TARS AI could come back down to those levels, to around that 10 cent range? I don't. Personally, unless we have some major black swan event in the overall market, unless we see Bitcoin do a 30% correction, which could happen. I mean, it's obviously not unheard of. And, if we see Bitcoin do a local top, then dip before going on its next run, we could see an entry point into TARS AI. Now, I don't think we're going to 10 cents anytime soon. But as we see here over the 7 days, we did see TARS AI kind of go from this 40-cent range, and it dipped all the way down to 30 cents, under 30 cents. Now, that would have been a great time to accumulate, as there was a lot of different, quality DCA points on a lot of our favorite altcoins over the last couple of days throughout that dip. Now, we do see that TARS AI has gone ahead and recovered quite quickly here, going back over the 40-cent range. Now, I don't think you're too late on this project. Again, I don't want to create any FOMO. It is pumping, obviously, and it's pretty much at all-time highs right now at about 43 cents was its all-time high, only put in 12 hours ago. So, yes, it could have room to come back down. Now, just because this thing might rip to 45 cents, don't think you've missed out, but just take a look at it. If you're looking for a quality AI altcoin on Solana, again, this is one that we've been saying all year, that TARS AI, in my opinion, is definitely setting itself up to be the leading AI project building on Solana natively. because when we go ahead and take a look at their website here, we'll circle back to the price and again the price action and what I think is going to go on there. But if we take a look at their website, TARS AI, they've also reworked their website, so it looks a lot cleaner now. But they do say, you know, there's always speculation for a little bit while there. There was some FUD that they weren't backed by the Solana Foundation, but obviously we've been telling you guys on the channel the whole time. If you looked into it, they were backed by the Solana Foundation, so they now have proudly stated, backed by the Solana Foundation. They say that they are the AI architect protocol on Solana. They've actually gone ahead and they've obviously vasted their ecosystem, so they say they're building this future of AI on Solana. They have all these different applications within their ecosystem, so I think a lot of people are actually using their search engine, their TARS search engine, their AI console. They have an AI hub with different tools as well. And again, they break down the utility. We're not going to go on a whole in-depth of what TARS AI does in this video. If you guys want that, there's plenty of videos already on this channel. You can go ahead and find it. Again, they did rework their website recently, but again, we see that they have quality partnerships here, a bunch of different centralized exchange listings. Now, when we go over to their Twitter, we can see that, again, their Twitter following isn't anything massive. I mean, we see plenty of other projects, you know, over 500,000 as far as followers go. They do have 200 followers on Twitter, or on X, I should say. And again, they say that they're that AI infrastructure protocol on Solana. Now, they are followed by other Solana projects, and even a big influencer, Virtual Bacon, who I follow. And you know, they're constantly putting out updates. You know, they just had a new exchange listing this morning. You know, it was listed on BitVavo, Europe's leading crypto exchange. So it's not an exchange I currently use, but again, if you're in Europe, then maybe you're familiar with that exchange. But they say that they're access to a lot of different, you know, verified users. But the point is that they're getting new exchange listings. They have had a lot of, you know, website visitors, a lot of search engines, a lot of optimization on their website. Their holders are they're only growing. It feels like they put out new holder numbers quite often. So they have 50,000 plus TARS AI holders, TAI holders, which is pretty insane. If you look back at the early videos that we were covering it, I mean, this was like 10,000 back then. So it's already 10x in holders, quite fast, honestly, also. And the biggest speculation that everyone's having on TARS AI, which I think could, you know, a credit to the recent price action as far as it pumping, as there's a lot of speculation that TARS AI is going to get listed on Binance. Now, it could happen. I don't want to sit here and say that it will happen or won't happen. I don't work at Binance. I have no insider information. Nobody does. So I don't know. Again, that is a speculation, but obviously, if it wasn't clear already, full disclosure, I hold TARS AI in my portfolio. If you've been following me the last couple months, if you took action there, you would see the gains on it. So I still have a position in TARS AI. I do think it's going to go, honestly, much higher. That's my opinion here. But when we take a look at it, it's already on Binance Futures as nominations. So again, it does have a chance to land itself on TARS or on Binance as a spot eventually. But who knows there? Again, just constant updates. So you can see here that they were constantly doing updates. They did go ahead and introduce that they were, again, reworking or just expanding to their ecosystem, you know, over the last couple months. So you can already see that, you know, not even a whole month ago, well, about a month ago, they were at 26,000 holders, and now they're at 50,000. So it's 2x already in a month. And we're seeing that. Again, these are some of the catalysts that we're seeing with the recent price action. Now, following back to TARS AI, again, when we take a look at their exchange listings, they're really not on a whole lot of them. I mean, for centralized exchanges, we can see that's really just Bybit, Mexi, Gate.io, Bitmart, and then the new one, BitVavo today, and then a few other smaller ones. But the biggest ones, in my opinion, are Bybit, Mexi, and Gate.io. And I guess, yeah, Bitmart is in there as well. But all the volume is coming from Gate.io that we can see in Bybit. So either way, long story short, do I think that you're late to TARS AI? Well, you're definitely not as early as you were if you would have bought literally any time the last, 6 months. You had plenty of time. So if you think that you've missed the boat on TARS AI, I don't think you missed the boat entirely. Now, yes, if you got in today, as an example, your gains are not going to be the same as ours or as anyone that got in around 10 cents, throughout the summertime or even early on. Now, obviously, there was some dilution in the beginning. They've reworked that, since the token launched. That's been covered in other videos here. But either way, where do I think TARS AI is going? I've said this since day one. I think TARS AI, if there is going to be that huge narrative hype as far as Solana ecosystem goes, which I do think it is, because I think Solana is going much higher. There's just too many bullish catalysts going on with Solana. Obviously, a lot of attention has been on Solana, whether it's DPIN, AI, gaming, RWA. Everyone's looking for quality altcoins that are either building on Solana and Base. Those are the two hottest ecosystems currently, in my opinion. is Solana and Base. I do think that there is emerging other hot ecosystems like Sui, especially with Sui being integrated with Solana's Phantom wallet here soon. I do think there's potential for other hot narratives that are going to come and go. But as far as staples that I don't think are going to lose any hype or that major hype throughout the cycle, I do think Solana and Base are going to continue to do extremely well. So if you have that thesis that you think Solana is going to do well, if you believe that AI as a narrative is also going to do well, which again, you don't have to take my word for it. You can see that AI has performed extremely well the last several years. We've seen it pump multiple times this year alone, and we're seeing it pretty much at all-time highs right now as far as the overall sector of AI goes. We're seeing quality AI launches do very well in very short periods of time, over the last couple months here, and it's being talked about by every major influencer. Obviously, this is a sector we've accumulated for quite a while, and I don't want to say that as like a broken record or to show off or anything. I'm just letting you guys know that this is how you get early to pumps like this, is identify a hot narrative that's going to be coming that you have conviction in, find quality altcoins, and then do your research. That's how we found TARS here. Again, we've been bullish on Solana for a very long time now. AI has only ever proven to be a hot narrative. So when you combine those two, especially at the time that TARS AI launched, there was not that many AI projects on Solana. Even to this day, when you compare it to other chains like Ethereum, even Base these days, there's still not that many high quality altcoins on Solana in the AI sector, especially ones that are backed by the Solana Foundation. That's why I do still think that TARS AI, even with other altcoins on AI launching, or AI altcoins on Solana launching since this is TGE'd, I still think that TARS AI definitely is positioned to be the top leading AI altcoin on Solana because they're backed by the Solana Foundation. The price action shows it. There is that speculation of maybe being listed on Binance as a spot. So again, when we take a look at it, yes, it's at all-time highs. Wait for a pullback. Now, we might not get one, but please do not FOMO into anything. Obviously, we can look over the 1 month. It's up over like a 2 to 3x, honestly. So please don't FOMO in. But again, as my opinion, if you're a holder of TARS AI, I do think we're going higher. I do think that 50 cents is very achievable in the short term. I do think $1 is going to happen for TARS AI. That was our initial price target in the beginning when we first talked about it, was 50 cents to $1. I do think TARS AI has everything going for it to be a $1 billion project on Solana. So that is my opinion. Again, nothing I say here is financial advice. Just letting you guys know what we're doing in the market, keeping you guys updated, kind of doing a recap on a project that we've accumulated pretty much all summer long, plenty of time. And again, if you're sidelined on this project, if this was in your watch list, if you've been waiting for an entry, I would not wait. If you have no position, if you think you're going to get another shot at 10 cents, I personally would not wait. But again, that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. You do you. If you want to wait, that's totally fine. Maybe it gets back to about that 30-cent range. Either way, and if by the time this thing does get $1, there's plenty of other altcoins. That's another thing too that we talk about is don't chase pumps. Don't wait for TARS AI to get to 60 cents, 80 cents, $1, and then get in thinking it's going to go higher. It still might. I'm not saying it won't, but there's plenty of altcoins in this market, especially in the AI sector. And there's new AI altcoins launching on Solana. Quite often, there's one launching literally today at the time you guys are watching this video that we've talked about in the past. That we'll make another video on here in a couple days, highlighting how that launch went, considering it went well, hopefully, but I have conviction on that. But either way, guys, that's my quick analysis and update on TARS AI. I think it's going higher. I'm glad that we caught the gains on it. Let me know in the comments below. As always, were you guys accumulating at all this summer? Were you accumulating with us? If you did, do you still hold your position? What's your conviction level on TARS AI? Do you think we're going higher? Do you think TARS AI has topped, that this is it? Where do you think are the potential catalysts? And if there's other AI altcoins, whether in the space as a whole or specifically building on Solana, comment them below. So either I could look more into it or others can also find other alternatives if they are looking for something maybe in a different market cap range or targeting another niche in AI. It's helpful to everyone, and I appreciate all the feedback. And as always, if you want to know what I'm doing in these markets, if you want to catch gains potentially like what we did on TARS AI, there is the Patreon linked below. It's completely optional. I always let you guys know it's more of an optional way of supporting the channel, and it means a lot. And there's also the Discord you can get in that's free to get into, ask questions. But obviously there is the Patreon private channels within the Discord channel or Discord group. And as always, if you guys got value out of the content of the video, if you guys could like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.